Okay, so how to spot a narcissist in a relationship. First of all, narcissistic abusers prey on vulnerable people because someone who is not vulnerable doesn't need them. And so when you don't need somebody, you can't be controlled by them in a relationship. And so narcissists their target is vulnerable people. Whether you're a guy or a man or a woman, the narcissist is a man or a woman. It's always the person needs to be vulnerable. They need to need this person in some way, which they don't know is a narcissist. But it's important to know that if you're an adult and you need someone else in a relationship, you are going to attract narcissists. It's just how it works. So, warning signs. If you are a vulnerable person and you need someone, this is how you can tell if they are a narcissist or not. The main target of narcissistic abusers is to control you, because they feel powerless or insecure in some area, who knows what area, doesn't matter. And so you will get into some sort of relationship with them, and it will not be obvious at first. It happens slowly. It happens very slowly. And the more you're able to recognize the traits, you may still be getting into relationships with narcissists, but you will be getting out of them much quicker because you know the warning signs. And then finally it'll all click, and you will be very aware that you should not look to a partner to meet your needs. You'll fix that, and you will not attract these narcissists. So let's say you get in a relationship with a narcissist, which you don't know is a narcissist at the time. It's gonna start out really well. It's gonna be really great. It's gonna look like the lap of luxury. because you found this person who can, meet, help you in some way, meet a need in some way, protect you in some way. And first warning sign, this person's a narcissist. They will tell you right off the bat, hey, you can trust me. I know I will get you out of the situation. I know exactly, I'm an expert at this, this, situation you're in. I know everything about, the law, and, I will, protect you, I will take care of you, etc. So they tell you this stuff right away. Right away, when someone tells you this stuff, run. If someone tells you this right away, it is a warning sign. They are a narcissistic abuser. Okay? Because you have this need, and they are saying, absolutely, yeah, there's no one like me who can do this for you. Trust me 100%. Run. Get the fuck out of there. Okay? So, a lot of times, if you are vulnerable, you will not realize this is a warning sign. You will think, thank God. You will be so relieved of so much stress that you were experiencing. Like, this is like a miracle that I found this person. Like, thank God, I found this person. A person who is not vulnerable will definitely see this as a warning sign, because it's not, it's not logical that, it's just when you're not vulnerable, you will realize, this first warning sign is not a very logical, thing to, say. So, you take this response from the narcissistic abuser as a sense of, like, I'm so lucky I met this person, and then a week will go by, and sometimes this will happen. Right off the bat, they'll say, oh my God, I'm in love with you. I am in love with you. And you'll think, like, even though you're vulnerable, you'll think, that's that's kind of weird. Like, you don't even know me that well. How could you be in love with me? And they'll follow that with, I'm so in love with you. No one understands you like I do. So not all narcissists will, narcissistic abusers will say this, but some do. And if they tell you this, a week in, no one understands you like I do. No one, or I'm in love with you. Run, run, run. Block this person. Do not ever contact them ever again. That's a tactic that some of them use. Some of them do not say this. Instead, they will say, I am an expert at what I do. No one is as smart as me. And they all claim, all of them, to have the highest of IQs. Like, this is a warning sign of narcissists. They'll tell you, they'll repeat it a lot of times, that how high their IQ is. And so this is another warning sign. If you meet them and they instantly start repeating this over and over, run. Get out of there. Get out of there. Another thing narcissistic abusers will do is they will tell you how rich they are. They will say, they will not stop talking about how much money they have, how much things they own. They will constantly repeat to you, they are rich beyond belief. And you'll believe it because, why not? Why would you be doubting it? Because there's no reason to doubt it yet. And probably shouldn't eat that. Then time goes by, and you are, you don't have any money for gas or for an Uber ride. And then you ask them, hey, can you help me out with this, with gas or this, like, Uber ride? And they'll say, oh yeah, of course. And then I don't know who this is. They can leave a voicemail. And then they, won't respond. And then you're left there, with no, money for the gas or Uber if you are, somewhere out in public and you need to get home, and you thought this person who you were having this sort of relationship with had all this money, yet they can't give you money for an Uber or gas. Run. Get the fuck out. Get the fuck out of there. Get the fuck out. There's no need to explain myself more on that. or they will insist on doing everything for you themselves. If you need a ride somewhere, they will not give you any money. They will come, pick you up, take you there. If you don't have any money for food, they will not pay for your food. They will make you food at their house. They will never, these people will claim to have a lot, so much money, but never once will they spend one dime on you. And this could be for two reasons. One, they actually don't have a lot of money. Or two, they want to be in absolute control of you. So they will not help you out with anything. So that you always need them. If this is the case, run. This is like, you should realize at this point there's something fishy happening, and you're being manipulated, or you're being scammed, and you gotta go. Another warning sign of a narcissistic abuser is they will say all these things to you, these wonderful, beautiful things. They will convey them in the most amazing way and make you feel so good. They can even make you feel high with the things they're telling you, because you're vulnerable, and they're telling you exactly what you need to hear, because they have figured out why you are vulnerable. And so they'll tell you these things, but their actions are completely in opposition to what they are saying. This is manipulation. So, and this will confuse you at first, and because they'll say something like, say you've been in this relationship for a while, and they're telling you, I want to marry you, and I want to be together for the rest of our lives. And they'll give you a bunch of love, everything like that, so much reassurance. The next day, they'll tell you, actually, I think that we should just be friends. So this is this is a bad example of the verbal communication not being in alignment with the action. But another thing they'll do is they'll say one thing one day, and then the next day it's completely different. It's so different that you're beyond confused, because you don't know how it could make any sense. And for verbal action example, they'll tell you, yes, we are in this, deep committed relationship, and, it's like, you guys have this bond, you totally trust each other, and then, because you've had amazing communication, and all of a sudden, the next day, they will say, hey, you know what, I think that I am going to go to, I'm gonna go back to the US for a while. I just wanted to let you know. And meanwhile, you are in this whole other country together, and in a relationship, you are together, and then all of a sudden, you are no longer in the relationship because they are telling you, hey, I think I'm going to go back to the US, you can do what you want to do, but yeah, I'm doing this now. Who keeps calling me? I don't know who this is. They do that. If they do that, run. Not good. Don't stick around. Because what will happen, what the fuck, who is this? What will happen is, they will keep doing this over and over and over again. They will change their mind every single day. The next day they'll say, hey, you know what, now you're in a relationship again the next day. The next day they're saying, I think we should break up. And then the next day they change their mind again. And at this point, you are so confused because it doesn't make any sense at all. And as narcissists do, they will start blaming everything on you, and eventually they will reveal that they are the victim. If you put up with it, if you believe this any further, then once they've been manipulating you, telling you different things, different actions, day after day after day, and then they reveal, they are the victim of your behavior, if you continue the relationship at this point, that's on you, because when you play the victim card, it is manipulation. You know, unless you are a small child, you definitely are the victim. But it's as you're an adult, I wouldn't frame your mindset as a child as I was victimized, you know, but yeah, once the narcissistic abuser says, I'm the victim of all of this, when you are the one who's been getting manipulated, this is the last warning sign that you are in a relationship with a narcissistic abuser, and you need to get out of there. And if you don't, I don't know what to tell you, because you've got to wake up to, you've got to know when you're being manipulated. And if you're vulnerable, it's really hard to tell. Because when you're vulnerable, you can't see. You can't see things. So, yeah, please watch out for these signs in every relationship you have, because this is how they reel you in, keep you around. And then if it goes further than this, if you still stay, they will start telling you things like you cannot talk to your friends anymore. You can only talk to me about this. And you'll think, that doesn't make sense. Why can I not talk to my friends about this? And they'll say, because a lot of times your friends are actually your enemies. Like, the world's biggest red flag ever. If you are in a relationship with someone who tells you you need to stop talking to your friends, bro, get out of there. The reason you are staying is because you are so convinced that you need this person in your life. You need to go and talk to one of your friends, tell your friend what they are saying, and your friend will help you see this person is an abuser, because they've got you controlled and believing that you need them so much you have to listen to what they say. If you're if you're in a relationship with someone who tells you what you can and cannot do, leave. what the fuck? I don't know who this is. I really don't know. But should leave a voicemail and fucking call me so many times. Jesus. If someone tells you, you know, what you can and can't do, leave. You can do whatever you want to do. So the narcissistic abuser will tell you, you know, eventually once they've got you kind of hooked and believing that you need them, they'll tell you, hey, you know, you can't talk to your friends anymore, only confide in me. Because I care about you the most. Friends turn into enemies like this. You can't trust them. And you know, you'll be like, that's weird. Or they will become extremely jealous when you talk to your friends. They will think that they will have to be there during the conversation you're having with your friends. They will stay there and they will not leave. They have to listen to the whole conversation. That's another warning sign. If they are threatened by your friends, it's because they know what they're doing is wrong. Leave. If they try to control you in any way at all, leave. This is beyond this is abuse. And do not fall into the mindset of thinking that you need these people, because that is how they control you. Yeah, I don't have anything else to say about it, and I hope that this helps people recognize narcissistic abuse in relationships.